And it's Friday.
Beat up, up, beat up, down. I love that. Thank you so much, Beach. I love that jam. It is just like it definitely sets your Friday off.
And it was created on one of Aubyns' sites of the week. It was one of the sites of the week quite a few months back. Might have been last year when we did that sites of the week and create your own little mix.
Yeah.
So yes, people could check that out. That's we'll have to, we might need to do Aubyns' top sites of the week.
Yeah.
Like maybe sometime like we could really narrow down the show, keep it
Yeah.
very simple, and just focus on all those sites of the week. Because you've had some really good sites of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had some, that being one, but you've had some other ones, like some that we found modded versions of stuff or
Yeah.
unlocked versions of all kinds of software. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, so that might be something keep in mind.
Yeah, might something to keep in mind. Yep.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
we'll have to do that. Well, we're only at 208 now, so
yeah.
maybe the 250th.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So, but hey, thanks for everyone joining the show. Here we are, it's Aubyn and myself, and we are going to try to tackle some of the tech topics, the ones that you're not going to hear a lot about on other places or other platforms.
Pull your mic away a little bit.
So test, check.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to hear those topics here on this show, the topics that you don't hear of any other places because they don't care about these topics, or they're worried about getting copyright strikes. So either way, but we're going to talk about Fen. We're going to talk about Plex. We're going to talk about Amazon going up in the prices on your Prime. We're going to talk about Netflix yet again going to go up on the price of things. We should just run that every 2 weeks. Netflix goes up on the fucking prices. So we're going to talk about Disney. Disney's going to really crack down on the password sharing. Numerous other things. Prime, we got Prime sale. Yeah.
I just want to say, I don't know if Mandy's out there, but happy birthday, Mandy. So let's everyone remember.
Happy
Mandy.
birthday.
I didn't get to get her the other day, but at least it's here in the world forever, that she can always come back and
that's right.
And a happy birthday to her.
She's gonna have a happy birthday every day. So happy birthday, Mandy. So yeah, so we're going to have a lot of topics on this. So that's kind of a gist on that. If you're looking for any of the topics that we're talking about, you can look down below on the show notes. It has all of the links to take you to the topics that we've discussed. So don't just take our word for it. Go ahead and look into it yourself to find out the information and where we got the information from. So we jump around, but mostly we're here to help you save some money. We're here to help save you money, to help you find more content, right? We want to get the most out of your TV
Thanks
movie.
for your buck.
Yeah.
Because everything is so damn expensive right now, man.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
I
I get so mad over it. That's why I guess I'm the
grumpy old man.
The old
hey, what happened to our names?
I think we have to remove this.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. I see where it was. Okay, not a problem. I was like, I just didn't see it. I noticed that usually I see it, but so let's go ahead and we'll jump into some topics. If you guys have some topics that you want us to discuss,
hit us up.
Post them over there on the side, and Aubyn will star them for me.
Yeah, or if you want to jump in, also,
yeah,
we're here. Just hit me up and I'll get you on.
Yep, we'll get on here.
Dave, Dave is back home. I think
yes,
everyone would love to hear his voice. Everyone would love
Dave. I sent a couple I sent some links out to him and Nook, and more than welcome to join. And jump into the conversation, but they're kind of shy.
Yeah.
not no more. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on some of these topics, and again, post if you have some questions, and we'll do our best to answer some of those. So let's go ahead and crank up my most favorite topic, and we know what that is. I am all about the old K app. Let's see if I can pop over here. There we go. We're going to talk about that. So there really isn't a whole lot. We had some updates to script module resolver, some add-on updates. Not anything major. The big update or the big discussion that happened this week was a discussion about Fen. The developer of Fen basically just said, "Hey, uh, I've done as much work on Fen that I really want to do." This got it. What, it's been 2 plus maybe 3 years. This add-on has been around.
Yeah.
It's been around a long time. And so he basically said, "Hey, I've gotten to a point where I want to work on other projects. I don't want to continue to keep fixing and adding to Fen." So he says he posted it in one of the latest updates and says, "Hey, I'm done updating it." And of course, everybody freaks out because, as everybody does, about,
Hmm.
God, what am I going to do? The add-on's gone. And he never said the add-on was going away. He was just saying, I'm not going
Not updating it.
to update it no more. So simple. I mean, you got to respect the guy or gal for keeping it going for so long and getting to a point saying, you know what, I've done all I want to do on this. I'm not enjoying it. I want to just stop working on this project and work on something else. And that's fair enough, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it, anybody that's done an add-on or worked on an add-on or even a build, it gets tedious and you get bored with fixing
Hmm.
crap.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm ready to move on to something different. So all respect to him for doing that. And again, he said, "Hey, I'm just not gonna. It's at a point where I can leave it alone." Then he had to post. He posted that he had to do another update because there was a part. Something was broken in the TV show's years in the years section. So if you did a search by years, there was an
Um,
issue with it. It was broke. So he fixed that. Pushed one more update because he wants to leave it in a working state, a stable
yeah.
state. Of
Hmm.
course, some of the dicks on Reddit jump in
Yeah.
with, "Oh, I thought you were quitting," and they basically busting his balls on it.
I hate
I,
Karens.
yeah, I don't. Well, it's some people are just fucking dicks.
Yeah. It's like,
The,
why?
the, the guy's creating this add-on for free for years,
Hmm.
and then he's had a couple times where he's had a few meltdowns and says, "You know what? I'm about done with this." For whatever reasons. And I don't even remember when they were, but I remember when he was like, "Hey, I'm not going to work on this no more," and he just got fed up, and so he would stop. And so people jump on it. "Oh, well, this is another time you're doing that," and it's like,
Hmm.
what the hell's wrong with people? I mean, I
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
get it.
say, I think it's got to be the age. It's got to be.
Maybe I
Yeah.
think it's people's expectations are
Right, because we
unreasonable.
would never do that,
No,
because we're
no,
we're a little older, and but it's some of these kids today. That's why I stay in the house, because
yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to snap somebody's neck. You know,
And you're a big
'Cause-
boy.
yeah,
You
you
big
know
boy.
what I mean. It's just like I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. I listen. I feel sorry for anybody having to work out there today, because
Mhm.
I don't know if I could put up with it. I
Yeah,
I, I just can't.
yeah. Well, and with Finn, so Tiki Peter and who is that's a repository it's in, and I'll say Tiki Peter who's created it because it's in his repository. So whatever the name is, and he just said, "Hey, I've got one more update." People on Reddit jumped on it, and he posted this, and it says, "Bring on the pathetic little losers in Cody for add-ons," which is a Reddit thread saying, "I'm going back on my word again. You're the reason that no add-on developers post on Reddit anymore." 100% true. Because so many people just are keyboard warriors.
Hmm.
Talking a big game, wanting to argue with someone behind a keyboard and find you that you said something and they can catch you on it and just being dicks. I don't get it. I give 100% props to Tiki Peter, who's again been working on this add-on for
Yep.
years,
Ever.
and it's a great add-on. I'm a
Hmm.
great add-on. It's my go to every day. And I've used a lot of add-ons, and I don't knock anybody's work. There's a lot of add-ons out there, and some add-ons are awesome. And but for me, at this time, Fen does what I need it to do and how I want it to do it. So I like it. So it works for me. So I don't get why people knock on people's work, and I don't get it. I don't know. It's frustrating, and it's this is again, it's a reason why some developers quit. It's why some developers won't post anything. They won't, because they just don't need that backlash. And again, doing this add-on for years, he doesn't make any money off of this. So he's doing it for free for years. I mean, would any of the people out there that are on Reddit that talk all this shit, would any of them work for years on a project, make zero money on it, and then be okay with people ragging them out?
First off, I just want to say Plex a couple times. Plex, 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 Plex. Okay. All right, Pete.
Anybody that's not watched the show, anytime that he has to say Plex, we have to have a drink. And hey, I hope that everyone's got a beverage. It's Friday, so let's enjoy ourselves. But so I won't beat this anymore. So again, the development of future additions to the add-on are not going to happen. He is where it's at. It's a stable state. He's going to leave it. He is going to work on a side project, one of his, and he posted in through, and this is on the repository, his repository, and it actually talks about he's wanting to work on a Fen Lite, because he says over the years there's been a lot of stuff that's been added to Fen he would like to remove, but whenever he removes anything, people have a conniption. Yeah. We have a fit about, oh, you're taking that away. I use that. So what he's doing is he says, all right, fine. Fen can stay as it is. I'm going to start a second project. It's going to be Fen Lite, which is going to be a stripped down add-on of its own. It's going to be separate. It isn't right now. It's in his test repository, but he doesn't suggest people to install it because he says that it's going to get broke at least 2 more times moving forward as he tests things in it, because he's trying new things. So he doesn't want people relying on it as being their main add-on, because it's going to break as he moves forward, as he keeps fixing or adding things, taking things away. So he's saying, hey, this is my test project, wanting to create it. So props out to him. I want to give just a thank you to him and any of these other developers that do the work every single day to give us the content that we're able to use to get what we're wanting to watch. In 99% of them making nothing, if not paying money to have that other add-on out there. So I want to say thank you to all of them, the people doing the builds that are out there doing it for free and making it easy for other people. And that's what it's about. And so thanks to him. Fen's going to continue to work. Fen Lite will be out there if you want to test it. It's in his test repository, not for the normal end user. It would be for a more advanced user, and to see what he's trying to do. I know he posted on here. In here, he says over time, these are some of the things he wants to remove. I want to remove FERC support, subtitle support, fan art support, external scraper support, hoster support. He says right now he's removed 30 settings and some functionality. So there's a few things that he's already done to get rid of. And again, if you're a person that's using RD and Trakt, those are probably going to be, your staple premiumized, but those, the maybe the easy news and the FERCs and those other things will be removed. Again, I don't know. I haven't used it, but that's what's the news on the Fen front. And I look forward to checking it out moving forward. But if you see any people freaking out about and saying, I got to move Fen because it's not going to work. No, it's going to continue to work. It's continue to be in just like it is. He's just not going to add any things to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I know you don't use many.
No, and it was funny because I was working on it the other day on Cody. Actually, I loaded your build and I
What?
was I
What, the new
loaded
one? The Dabs Shield build? Did you get that one, or
the
did you
steel,
use
yeah, the
Chameleon?
steel built. No, the
Oh,
steel
okay,
built.
okay, okay.
And I love the backgrounds. It reminds me, I need to talk to you about the background. Remind me, I got to talk to you about backgrounds later.
All right, yeah.
And I like I said, I love those backgrounds. But I've been away from this for so long, you know. It's like,
Put training wheels on it.
yeah, I know. I'm like, I need Plex, but we
Mm.
all know why I'm starting to look back at the cap
Yeah,
because
yeah. We
things are
need to keep
getting
our options
crazy.
open.
Yep, yep. I got to keep my options open, but it's still not going to hold all my stuff. So I'm
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I
The
don't
K
know what
app is
to do. Yeah,
is for what you want to do. The
yeah.
K app is not conducive to
Hmm.
doing what you're wanting to do, because you're wanting a more of the more power for it. So,
Yeah,
but that's going to be, you're going to have to test on that. So,
yeah. I'll have to
um,
test it out.
and that's the thing. All right, if you and I, remind me after the
Hmm.
show is over to talk about the folders that Fen. You can add
Yeah.
folders to Fen,
Oh,
and
okay.
I wonder
If
if
I could
you
throw them in
added
there.
those folders. Now you can only add up to 5 folders, but that
Okay.
might be something you could check.
Uh
Blue
huh.
and I were talking about that.
Uh huh.
So yeah, remind me after the show's over.
Okay.
I'll give you an idea of what the folders that it has, the user
Hmm.
folders. There's
Yeah.
some things you can do, and maybe you could, for
For me,
you
yeah.
could have being able to pull, and it's not so much the library; it's
Right.
actually separate.
Hmm.
So yeah, we'll check out
Yeah.
there, because that does offer the full version of it. Does offer a lot of things.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's the big news there. And then, what do you want to go to our? Did we have
Yeah.
anybody chime in with
Uh,
anything
not
that I was
nothing
before?
really. Nothing.
Okay.
You know, very important. You know, not
I
that
see
nothing
Peter
isn't
asked a
important.
question there.
Uh, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Trakt get you more
Okay.
links, or is it just for people? All right. So you're a Trakt user. I mean,
I love
what do
track.
you use Trakt for? Because you use it in Plex.
Okay. I use it. I use it for everything. I use
Okay.
it from adding, movies or TV shows that I want to have, and I just have a list, and I could be on the go, and I just throw it in that list, and by the time I get back to my Plex, it's already there. I love that for it.
But it
I,
also keeps track of what you've watched.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It keeps track of everything I watch. It keeps track of I, I I get to know so much from each show because I put it I well a lot of my stuff I put up that okay track knows that I have it and it knows what version of it I have, whether it's digital or if I have it on DVD because we all know I still have a billion DVDs,
Yeah, you got
and
to.
and I want my track to know which way I have it to watch.
Yeah.
So
And so Peter's asking. So Trakt does not get you any links, none at all.
no,
What it will do is it will keep track of what you if you allow, if in the settings, if you turn that stuff on. Now you can
yeah.
turn that off.
Hmm.
If you turn it on with scrobbling and all, it will keep track
Yeah.
of what episodes you've watched. So
And
let's say,
while you're watching it,
oh
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
see it. You can see it.
the progression of it.
Yeah.
So I'll use this for an example. So let's say you have two devices in your house. You have one upstairs, one downstairs. You're downstairs and you're watching a movie, and or let's see a TV show. Let's use that for a better
Hmm.
example. So you're
Yeah.
watching a TV show of your thing. So you watch the first two episodes of that show. You get done watching that show, you go upstairs, you turn on your device upstairs, because now you're going to go to bed and you're going to watch your show as you're laying in bed. If you have Trakt on both devices and you have it synced, it will pull the data from Trakt to say, hey, Peter watched episode 1 and 2 of this show. he needs to start
Downfall.
at episode 3, or even a progression. If you've watched
Yeah.
a certain, if
Right.
scrobbling is
If you
turned on,
stop,
it will,
yeah, if you have it turned on, you
it,
can
yeah,
pause it and stop it, and then go upstairs and continue
yes.
from your spot.
So it kind of keeps track of, for me, it's like I've been watching episode 3. Where did I'm gonna, now it's time for me to episode 4, because add-ons do it all the time. Add-ons do it where they'll have a little check mark and you're like, oh, I've watched
Yeah.
this. But the problem with the add-ons are, what happens when I go downstairs or to another device, I'm not able to see what I
Right.
watched on one device to another,
Right.
only on that one device. Where Trakt allows, it's a cloud it synchronizes between the devices. So you can, all your devices know you've watched episode 1 and 2. It's time for you to watch episode 3. That is a great thing. The other plus is, in Aubyns spoke about this, about the lists that it allows you to make. You can go in and make custom lists. So let's say you want to create a list of the shows or movies that you want to watch. You can go onto their website and say, I want to watch this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie. You can create a list, add that, that'll be on the track
Playlist.
list, and then on your add-on, it sees that, and then you can see that to, here's Aubyns shows that, or movies he's wanting to watch. And that's another big plus to Track. But I think
Yeah.
most people use it for keeping track of that. I've watched this, not that. And where you've I do it. I actually have mine. Well, I'm using the Trakt app or add-on, the Trakt add-on,
Yeah.
and it will let me rate, like,
Oh
what
yeah.
my rating. Like, I rate 1 to 10 each episode and movie. And I kind of like that, because then I can see, like, my
Right.
thoughts.
Right.
You can, and I think that's neat. So those are
The
some of the big
only
reasons to
thing
track.
about that on the track side that I wish they would let you do, I think is, I think I wanted it to, as I no, it allows you to leave a message about that show.
Yes, when we're doing
And
our sharing, yes.
right, yeah, when you're doing your sharing, you can say, oh, this movie really sucked, or something like
Yes.
that, and put it out there in the track world. But I can't see that on my Plex. But Plex allows you to do that also.
Yeah.
So you can. But it's better doing that in track, I feel, because sometimes you're hoping that the artist or the director is going to read what you have to say, 'Cause
No, they
there've
ain't gonna
been
want to
plenty of
read.
shows. I know there've been plenty of shows that I've watched that like have a horrible ending, and it just grumpy old man comes out and is just like, "What in the hell did you do to me? You make me invest 5 years of my time to watch your show, and then you end it like this."
Peter says over here, it sounds like Amazon Prime. Really, it's
No,
not like Amazon Prime.
no,
It is a way, because Amazon is only Amazon,
yeah.
whereas when you're in Trakt, it
But
doesn't
when
matter.
you track, you'll still see the Amazon show.
Well, yeah. Well, if you're using the right add-ons. So that's kind of the big. That's what Track does. Darkness did ask the question. Dab Shield build anything like Chameleon? No, it's using a different skin. It's a little bit less add-ons. I've removed quite a few add-ons because I wanted to make it more of what I use. I actually created as something that I was using for me, and then I decided, you know what, maybe I'll put it out there, see who wants this, because it was on a different skin. Uh, so it's quite a bit different, and it is for devices that are stronger devices. You can use it on a Fire Stick 4K. I might suggest to turn off PVR function. But it's just, you need to be patient, because it has a lot of widgets. So when you first load up, you need to give it about a minute to let it load all the widgets.
Everything.
Let it load everything, and then it's good. But to me, it's what I'm using around here. It's what I'm, and so a Chameleon. I love Chameleon build, but I wanted to do something a little different, because I've been using Silvo skin for so long, and I was like, I want to do a different skin, and that fantastic skin came out. I'm like, Yeah, let's go with that. So let's hit the next topic, man. I think it's a topic that probably hurts you a little bit. You're a little bit
Oh
nervous. I
yeah,
mean, so what's your
yeah,
thing? We got Plex is being sued
yeah.
for copyright infringement. I mean, what's going on here, Mister
Right.
Ob?
Um, uh, you know how we were just talking about, you know, this younger generation,
Hmm.
everybody wants to make a nickel somewhere, you know,
Hmm.
and now you want to make a nickel because the pictures that one side is using when somebody decides to say, oh, let me use this picture instead. It's a picture of an actor, and these actors are gonna complain about it. Oh well, that's my picture. You can't put that there on TMDB or
Yeah,
IMDb or whatever. Come on,
yeah.
yeah, people got to grow up. But you'd rather me say, well, okay, well, I don't want to look at your picture, and so now I don't have to watch none of your movies. You fucking smart ass. You know what I mean? Really, it's like
Yeah,
it's that dumb.
yeah.
You know?
Well, when I was reading through this and reading, it's one act. Well, I
Now
won't say
right there,
it's
that
yeah,
her.
and it's not the actress. It's actually
Right,
the guy that took the photo.
right.
So the guy that took the photo, that's a Zuma. What's it? What did I say? It was.
Yeah,
I saw that it was
yeah. It's
Zuma.
written on that. It's written on there.
Zuma. Yeah, Zuma Press.
Hmm.
So he took the photograph and he is claiming that that is his photograph. And this is something that's happening on the internet a lot, folks, that there is copyrighted photos and people are saying, I took that photo and it's been put on the internet and I am actually the owner of that particular picture. So what he's alleging is that this photo is his property, which, okay, if I don't know if it is or isn't,
Hmm.
but what he's
Right.
saying is that Plex using that photo is an infringement on his copyright, and he should be paid for Plex using this, even though other
Hmm.
sites use this
The
exact photo.
same photo. Right.
He's saying that, hey, Plex put it on their servers and was using it, so that it's illegal to use it. And again, these are I want to say they're like publicity photos. I mean,
Right.
if this was a photo of her son, like some press guy got this photo by catching her like
Hmm.
sunbathing on
Right.
in the Bahamas, and he took a little photo, and I can see where those photos, but these are
Mhm.
photos taken in public in
Right.
a at a some type of probably some movie premiere or a
Hmm.
television premiere where there is thousands of
And
photos being taken.
and he put it out there somewhere
Yeah, so it gets,
for
yep,
someone to grab it.
yep. And
What
so he
the
puts it
hell?
out there, and then now, so he's suing Plex and saying that that is my photo and you're illegally using it. And it's the one photo. So what the article says here is that Zuma Press alerted Plex of the alleged copyright infringement on March 2nd of this year, and with this, and whether it, and again, we don't know what they said on March 2nd. Uh, and so they did not take it down. So now he has filed a claim against them for that they were using the photo illegally. We don't know how much he is seeking, but he is wanting Plex to pay him, or he's suing them because he wants compensation for them using his photo. But if you think about it, the mug is going to have to be going after a lot. I mean, he's going to have to go after a lot of websites. And this is becoming more and more prevalent. People using photos and they say, well, that's my photo. Yes. But I mean, like I said, I could see it if it was a unique photo that was used in a certain situation. But when an actress or actor is at a movie premiere or a film premiere and there are hundreds of people
Hmm.
snapping the exact same
Thing.
photo,
Yep.
standing right beside you taking that photo, and then you're gonna say, well, that's my photo. I don't know. So
And
Plex is,
instead of him being, just shutting up and or having his name on there next to the photo,
yeah,
so he knows that so his name will get out there. But
maybe that's
what
what he
the
wants. He wants his He wants
taking
his
either too.
yeah. I want people to know how good of a photo I take. So I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go. I do think that this puts Plex in a little bit of a bad light. We talked on the last show.
Mhm.
Plex is removing some servers.
Yeah.
What in another week or so they're removing. What's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Hetzer
Yeah,
servers
yeah.
are all going to be removed from Plex because it has. They were given information that those servers were used to allow
Oh,
people to sell uh, illegal content on those servers.
mhm,
So Plex is going ahead and removing those servers from their database. They will not allow Plex hosters to use
mhm,
the Hetzer servers to host. And again, Plex is a lot like Cody. It is just a platform. What people put on it
mhm.
is up to them.
But to them.
Uh, what's in a Plex library is 99% of the time is just for you and your family. There's
Mhm,
a very small handful of people that actually try to do it for profit. They'll create these big Plex servers and then they sell subscriptions to it. And that's been bad players. We've seen that in almost everything.
mhm.
So Plex is actually trying to go after those kind of I don't want to say those
But
people, but I want to say stop those servers from accessing Plex. Yeah.
but you remember like what I said, like either last week or the week
Yeah.
before about something is coming down the line with Plex.
Yeah. You did say that.
We said someone is was offering them all kinds of money to be able to get in there, and I said once that happens, here it comes.
Yeah.
It's like oh now we're talking about copyright stuff.
Yeah.
When never were before.
Well, and I was looking at here, and again, it says a company founded in 2009 boasts 16 million active monthly streaming users that
Hmm.
use Plex. So, not a small player, and most of us
No.
that have been in this hobby, we all understand Plex and its benefits and its shortcomings. And then here, my co-host who is a Mr.
Flex war.
Plexaholic. So, uh, again, it's a major player in the world of people that are creating content and they're trying to have it. And again, most people use it just for themselves. It's just for them. There
Mhm,
is only a handful of people that are using it to try to sell subscriptions to try to make some money off of it. So Plex is going after that aspect to saying, hey, we don't want to be caught up in that, so we're trying to block it. So
mhm.
yeah, we're going to see where this plays out. I hope that we don't have more lawsuits towards
I
Plex.
know. I
It
know.
worried me when I read this. I'm like,
I hate to
is
say
it
it,
opening
see
the
it
flood doors?
become like a Metallica situation,
Yeah, yeah,
where all these movies you can be like, oh well, if I see it playing here, I'm gonna do this or that, and they're gonna say, okay, Plex, we licensed this to you, but we still see it being played,
yeah,
and that's coming from me or you, and we're trying to stream it to each other.
yeah, yeah. And look at because we're supposed to drink every time we say the word
Yeah.
Plex. So yeah, trying to get everybody drunk.
Hmm.
Yeah, hopefully this gets sorted out.
we haven't had you drunk in a long time.
I
Yeah, you
know.
were still in the States,
I
you
was. The
know.
last time I was drunk on the show was in the States. And not to say that that isn't a
You
proud
know,
moment.
but,
It's not proud
no,
moments.
but no. Oh wait, no, wait. You were drunk on the other show,
A 200
the
show.
200 show.
200
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
did have a line of beer cans here. And I will say, in Canada, most of our beer cans are taller than in the States.
Hmm.
These are like 16 to 18-ounce cans. I mean, it's done by milliliters.
Hmm.
And again, alcohol content here in this country a little higher than in the States. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, the show 200,
Yeah.
I was pretty
uh,
feeling pretty
we
good near the end of the
we
show.
we we couldn't get you to get out the snowsuit though. That's
I
that's
know. Look at the
that
worm
that
didn't
that's
even
that.
go in. That's when you know it's bad. I have Blue that's just in the other room. So if I get too crazy, she'll be like, "All right, you need to
All
calm,
right. No.
you need to calm it
Yeah.
down." So yeah, we'll see what happens with the Plex thing. I'm a little bit concerned, not shot or not freaking out yet, but for folks of us that use this as a hobby and we stay flexible, there is jellyfin.
Mhm.
So if Plex ever became a super
Mandy.
issue, there is the open source jellyfin that you can roll to. So if you're roll to jellyfin,
Roll. Yeah.
roll that jelly thing. If you're a Plex user, to use jellyfin is a simple transition. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm a little nervous, but just watching. With this hobby, we all stay flexible. We stay mobile.
Mhm.
You got to adapt.
Yeah.
And if you can't adapt, just pay for a cable subscription because
Ugh.
this hobby involves staying
On top of things.
flexible and
Yep.
adaptable, and because the shit changes and it could change in a minute, and you no need to cry about it. Just adapt and move on. So we got that. I was surprised. I really was worried about you falling out crying when I sent you this link about this. I was a little worried.
I was already had it.
Okay.
I
All right.
already had it and knew.
Okay. All right.
But
Well, I
but
was.
like I said, it's what I felt that was gonna happen. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I knew it. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That they're gonna mess with it. That's what happens when people sit there and say, oh, okay, oh, you want to offer me this money, and they think that they're gonna go somewhere, but they don't know what's going on in the background with these people.
Yeah.
They got the money to make you at least turn your head.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, before I move on. I hit this starred one. The Beach didn't come on the show because he's saving his energy for next week's play or pass. He's got 4 weeks worth of bitching just stored up. So yeah, we'll be doing the picking the movie
Yeah.
here. What, at 6 o'clock? Let's do that. At
Okay.
six
All
o'clock,
right.
let's pick the movie that's going to be for next week, and I'm looking forward to. It's got to be better than theater camp.
Yeah. Yeah.
That fucking theater camp. Okay, let's talk about the next one. Another sad news, and it doesn't bother me. Because I don't really share my password with other people. But Disney is just joining suit with everybody else about jumping on this password sharing crackdown. So starting November 1st, which is only less than a month away. So folks that are using Disney Plus and you're using somebody else's account, better tighten up and be prepared to reach into your wallet because Disney
And
is
I
cracking down
said
right
this was going to happen too.
Yep, you did. You did.
I called this one too. As soon as one
As soon
person
as
does
Netflix,
it, Netflix
as soon as
did it.
Netflix, they're the trailblazers in this. And once they did it and got
No,
worked out the bugs.
no, because remember Netflix didn't do it first. Because remember I said I was like, oh, I don't want to end up seeing Netflix do this, and they did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not like how Reed Hastings did things.
Yeah.
And so now, Reed's gone, and they're just scrambling around saying, okay, we want to get money, and they're doing this, and they're ruining their whole concept on on what they did, to go and take away the DVDs. That was another wrong move because a lot of people complaining about that were still actually using that.
Yeah, but Netflix says they weren't making any money on that, so.
But how much money do you have to make on it? Sure, you don't have 8 billion people trying to watch, but there are people that are in locations where they
you're right.
They don't have good service for anything.
Don't have good internet.
Right, and they have a DVD. They'll rather get a DVD to themselves and they can watch it.
And we can use our boy Eddie over in the side chat, who had terrible internet, could not stream hardly anything.
Yeah.
So he would be one of those people that was limited to maybe using a DVD.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Netflix and Redbox and all, or Netflix said, you know what, it's not worth us to
Yeah.
service and help the
But
handful
that's
of
what.
people.
But Redbox was at least smart enough to say, okay, any DVD users, you're gonna we're sucking you in.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and that
understand,
was
and that's
yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't. We'll hit that. We'll hit
Yeah.
that when we get to that topic.
Hmm.
So on Disney still again wanting extra money, and who gets hit first? The damn Canadians are getting hit first with. So if you're in Canada and you're sharing your password with your friends and family, you be prepared that
Do
that's
you
going to come
know?
to an
Are
end.
they going to do the same thing like how Netflix did with
They
saying, okay,
the,
well, if you click here, you can at least have your
They
own
haven't
account.
given any information. There has
Okay.
been no information when you given. They just have they've sent out emails. Now,
Hmm.
since I have Disney Plus, but only because I still have my US cell phone
Phone.
and it's
Right.
packaged in for free on my cell phone service. So
Hmm.
I get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu Plus for free because of the my cell sat package. So
Hmm.
and I'm technically US, but even
Yeah.
though we use it here. So I'm going to see when my email comes out to me to saying what they're going to do. But supposedly the Canadian, some of the people I've talked to have gotten email saying you're going to have to stop sharing it or there will be, but no definite rules about or explanation of what's going to happen. But we
Right.
remember how Netflix did this. Remember
Hmm.
Netflix did this by hitting. Remember they hit all those Venezuela,
Yep.
Nicaragua,
Hmm.
Guatemala. They hit all those small countries to test market it,
Right.
then rolled it over.
Hmm.
So they haven't really stated how they're going to do it here, and they're starting. It seems like in Canada, starting next month. And so through the article, it really doesn't say how they're gonna or what the. Let's see here. Okay. Well, this one just I forgot. This does just say about Netflix, how Netflix did it. So really no information about how they're going to implement this, if they're going to give you an email, if it's going to be IP blocked, because think about
Hmm.
this. Think about this. So let's say I am a Disney Plus user and I have Disney Plus on my home devices. So we can IP block that or IP lock it.
Hmm.
That's
Lock it.
simple.
Yeah.
It's locked to my IP to my house. But let's say that I have it on my phone. Now, am I
Hmm.
legally allowed to have it on my phone because I'm a subscriber to Disney Plus? So I should be able
Right.
to have it on my phone, right? So
Yes,
right, I
but
should
I
have it on my
guess
phone.
yes.
What happens when I
When
go to work and I pick
right.
up my phone
Mm,
and I go to
yeah.
watch it on my phone?
Hmm.
So we're not sure how that will trickle
Well,
down or how they'll limit it.
they'll know that by the device that it's using.
But let's say I'm using it on my phone.
Right.
So I'm using it on my phone. That's
But
not the
they
device I normally use it on. I usually use it on
no,
one
no,
of
no,
my Shield.
because either they're gonna make it have because you're not using the same account at home that you're using on your phone, right?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, you
Yeah, you
are?
are. Yeah. When I log into Disney Plus, I can log right on my phone and there's
Okay.
Disney Plus. I'm able to watch it. So there's no real clear cut how they're going to implement that.
Hmm.
And Netflix does allow you to watch it on mobile devices
Right.
without any issue. So
Uh-huh.
if I could let, let's say if I had Netflix account, if I had Netflix, which bullshit. If I had a Netflix account, I could use it here at the house, but then I could also, let's say my son is in another area, he
Yeah.
could use it on a mobile device without any problem. Now, if
Hmm.
he puts it on a TV or a Shield or a Fire Stick, then it
Hmm.
would be a problem
Right.
because they
I
differentiate
think
those
they're gonna
differently.
lock it down to each cell phone, and then they're gonna say, "Oh well, the household can only have one phone device that
Well, that's
it's
possible.
going to,"
They
and
could
that's the
lock it
way
and
they'll
say
do
you
it.
can
They'll
only
lock it
have
to
5 devices in a
Right.
house or
Right.
4 devices in a house. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's well, we know you hate Disney anyway.
Yeah, they're
So
gonna screw these people good. Watch.
so we're gonna see how this plays out. It's
Mm.
and once some
Eh,
of my friends, once it becomes November 1st, I'll
mhm.
talk to some of my friends and say, what have you experienced? Because I do know I have friends that have Disney accounts and their family members use it outside of that house.
But you
So,
know why they're doing it in November, though, right? Because
well,
they're saying, okay, these kids are gonna start crying because they can't watch any of their Marvel stuff, especially at the end of the year. We got quite a few new Marvel movies coming out, and these kids are gonna be sitting there screaming
yeah,
at their
and
parents,
yeah,
and you're gonna clicking here, pay another, $8 to add that one kid on there.
yeah, and that's very possible. And I mean, Netflix showed they were the trailblazers on this, and they
It
showed that
was.
it can be done.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Another reason to get rid of all these other services, and yeah, it's like keep paying, and then this goes right into here. It is. Beach actually sent me this thing. Right, he sent me this last week or at the end October 3rd, so it's a couple days
Hmm.
ago. Netflix plans to raise the prices after the actor strike ends. So as soon as the actor strike was ending or is in the process of ending, they have already said we are raising the rates on our ad-based services. We will be going
Hmm.
up on it, which is almost laughable because they haven't even this actor strike has not even impacted them yet
Nope.
on the where you're paying higher content because of the contract.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
the contract. You haven't even seen the cost of the contract to hit you yet,
Right.
but you're going to already raise the prices
But
before it
like
even happens.
I was reading that some of the networks are already, they're not even looking for to have those actors back. They're looking to pull back a lot of the old rerun stuff, like uh
Yeah, we saw it with
Alice and
Yellowstone,
yeah, yeah. No, but I'm
remember,
talking old
like
stuff.
old, like
Old,
Alice.
right, Alice, yeah. Pulling that out because there's a whole generation of people that are out there that never seen none of it, and they're gonna force that on them, just
Can
on
you
the
imagine
listen.
kids,
I
people
know.
my kids' age or you
Hmm.
that would watch an Alice or
Yeah,
Three's Company?
I know. But if you have it like on a TV land or whatever, just to fill that space of
Yeah,
where a Friends could have been, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
they could put something out there. There were some
yeah,
shows that were, you know, that were good,
yeah.
that we
No,
all like. But
there's
there's
lots
other
of good
ones that they
shows.
could never use. They can't put
Or put
uh
some Sopranos on
all in
there.
the family in
What
there.
about Sopranos? Oh, All in Family.
You,
Yeah,
they can't do that.
that's not
Sopranos
PC
they
no
should
more.
know. Sopranos I don't think would go there yet.
Hmm.
Sopranos they had an opportunity to watch that.
Yeah, 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 it's interesting how again with how how much we're seeing the prices of all of these streaming services. It's almost like tick, 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 and it's like,
Hmm.
and then this goes right into I'm going to go to this article, Aubin,
Hmm.
about cable TV growing older. Younger people on younger jobs are dropping subscriptions. This is the reason. So we're in a recession, a very and this is not a US, a Canadian, or an England or Europe.
Hmm.
It's a worldwide issue going
Hmm.
on. So there's a lot of the inflation worldwide is really
Insane.
gone up.
Yeah.
And so lots of people are looking at, hey, I have less money, just like we talked about earlier about the groceries. And
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have as much money because I have to spend this much more at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
So because I spend that much more at the grocery store, I have less money to spend on TV or my subscriptions. So people are having to look at those subscriptions of like, what is my value? Where
Mm-hmm.
do I get the most from? And then all of the subscription bases right along with it are saying, well, we're going to raise the price too. How, at what point do people say, F you, I'm not going to pay for how many subscriptions? Because we talked on this show, we've showed the
Mm-hmm.
numbers where the average cord cutter is paying $80 a month just in subscriptions.
It's
The
insane.
average.
Yep.
So and it's still on, now it's continuing to go up. So at what point do people say, I don't need that, I don't need that? Then subscription companies say, oh, well, we're losing customers. Well, that's because you keep going up in the price. You're
Mm-hmm.
forcing people's hand on this.
Yep.
If you keep a constant price, people are more apt to stick with you. But if you continue to go up, well, you're going to lose
Mm-hmm.
customers. And when you lose customers, you have to make that up by
Yep.
raising the price even more. And which what the cables company has done for years now,
Yep.
as it lost
But
customers, it's
they
increased the
had us
price.
locked. They had us, by the nuts. They would,
Well, cable companies did
yeah,
but
yeah,
not so much anymore.
forcing us to, get these channels. But it's going to come back. The same thing is going to happen. Okay, that
Mhm.
it's going to be the cable companies that are going to basically force us to, well, not us, but force people to say, oh well, you're going to have to go for this plan and that plan of streaming companies that
Mhm.
you're going to get your stuff from, because they're gonna throw a wrench in all of it.
Yeah. It's well, the cable companies are scrambling trying to figure out how to stay afloat when you're
No,
losing.
I think the cable companies are staying afloat because they're the ones right now that are saying, "Oh, okay, you want just internet? Sure." You know what I
Well,
mean?
yes,
Because
because
they don't want to have to
yeah.
worry about a box, people calling, "Oh, I can't change the channel." It's just like us who have experience on the K app, and when you get someone that calls you and it's like, oh, I lost this, I can't find this movie, or oh, this TV show won't come up for me. Cable company don't have to answer none of that crap no more.
Mhm.
You
That's
understand?
true.
All they're doing is saying, okay, here goes your speed that we're gonna give you. You want to pay some more money? We'll raise it for you, because we could really bump it up, but we're not gonna just do that because we're the cable company.
Yeah.
Why are we gonna give you 8 gigabit when you're happy with one?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It
know?
yeah, yeah, I think you're at what you're saying because the crossroads of the cable companies supplying your internet
Yeah.
and they're having to basically say that's all we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's there in this article here, it actually shows um, how a lot of cable companies have rolled over into saying, you know what, we'll offer you YouTube TV.
Yeah. Yep.
That is your live TV content.
Yeah.
We don't
Yep.
want to worry, like you
We don't
said,
want to worry
we don't
about
worry
nothing.
about the live TV. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
give you, we'll sell you YouTube
In
TV.
Yep.
That's your live TV aspect, and you go with
Mm-hmm.
it. But one of the parts of this article, though, was about the age
Yeah.
the people
Well,
and
those kids came up on YouTube.
yeah.
They
So
they
my
they
kids,
grew up on that.
both my kids don't care about cable TV.
Right.
Don't care about it.
Right.
Don't don't,
They don't
don't
know
need it.
what
Don't
we
need it.
went through. They have no clue of what it was like to not even have cable.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Oh, were you? Hey, were you the remote and the antenna fixer at your house when you were a kid?
Yeah, of course.
You
Of course.
remember? Get up
Yeah.
and change the channel
Yep.
over there to
Same
whatever,
channel.
and then
Yep.
you had to change.
Stand
Remember
on one foot.
you'd have to move the rabbit
Yep.
ears.
Yep. And
Remember?
and stand on one foot.
Click,
It
click,
will
click,
just get
click.
it just right.
Well, channel 6 comes in like,
Yeah.
turn the antennas like this. That's
Oh.
dial number. And yeah,
And I'm here in New York, so
get me a beer
it's
when
like,
you're up there. Well,
yeah,
since you're
up
up,
there.
get me a
Yep,
beer.
man.
That was back in my day. Yeah, that
Yep,
was
back in my day.
yeah, that was
No.
so yeah, we're seeing again, we've talked about this so much in the show, the transition
Mhm.
of cable TV. It's
Mhm.
changing and how it's morphing into something else. And the subscription based systems need to be careful. I feel like they are pricing themselves
To
out
death. Yeah, they are.
and they're hurting themselves. If
They
you
are.
keep a good, so this is my problem. I would rather get $1 from 100 people than to
Not
try to
have to
get
do anything.
$100 from one
Right.
person.
Right.
It's a whole lot
Yep.
easier
Yep.
to get $100 off it, or $1 off a
Mhm.
hundred people.
Yeah.
But it seems to me that a lot of these services are like they're turning they just keep
But
cranking
but
it
you gotta
more and more.
understand it's like the cable company now is saying, "Oh, okay. Oh, you want faster speed? Oh, because we're looking at our records and we see you're using X amount more now,
Ah,
and that's
oof.
because you're working from home. So you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
We're gonna make you pay for that. We have this business plan. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. Here's your
It's
business
like,
plan. You
are
want one
you
of those?
kidding me? I don't need a freaking business plan. I just need more speed. But these people are morons, and they're gonna sit there and say, "Okay, I'm gonna pay it because if I get that business plan, this is all gonna be faster for me." Meanwhile, the kids are, all up on their PS5 playing games all day
Watching
long.
and watching YouTube and
Yeah,
TikTok all day.
yep, yeah, they're all
Yeah,
on
you're right.
TikTok. You know, and
Yeah.
and and the parents don't have no clue. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. So it's a it's a fun it's a interesting time we are. It's
Uh huh.
you can save money or not save money, but you got to be educated.
Yeah.
You have to stay on top of things. You also have to be willing. I've said it probably 15 times. I probably could make that a drinking game on the show. You've got
Hmm.
to be flexible and you got to be able to adapt.
Yep.
And not get too rigid, stuck in a certain way. I think
Mhm.
that for the most part, the older generation are the people that the cable companies stick it to because that's what they know. They know, I know they have a cable box and I have a clicker. That's all I know. And
Yep.
to older folks, and that's that.
Hmm.
So, but hey,
That's why all of those people you can't even get them on the
yeah,
pay app
no,
because
no,
they just
no,
want to have one
no.
clicker.
Yeah, one click, and that's all they
Yep.
want to do is just click, click, click. And the other problem for cable companies and that demographics is shrinking. That's not
Hmm.
growing.
Right.
The demographics is just shrinking.
Hmm.
So it becomes difficult. Hey, let's go
All right.
ahead and
Let's pick
crank.
them up.
Let's
Yeah.
spin our wheel, brother.
All right.
I'm gonna stop
Let
sharing
me.
mine.
Okay. And
Let's do it. Let's
before
go
I do
to
that, let me just pick up this here because we have a list of movies. Here goes our list of movies, and uh,
uh
okay,
all right.
we have Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, Jules, Equalizer 3, Blue Beetle, The Flash, and Gran Turismo.
All right. So, hey, do we want to? Do we need to discuss how we came up with these six movies? I mean,
Nah, I don't think so.
okay. All right.
Uh, you
We'll
know,
spin it. We'll spin it.
we'll spin.
Yeah. We're trying to not have some crappy movies.
Yeah.
We're trying. We're doing our best not to be stuck with a crappy movie. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Oh, oh man.
The random wheel of crap.
Oh man. You see, Dave, you should have came on the show.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
man. I'd love to hear what he has to say right now.
Oh, he's cussing.
Oh
He is
yeah.
cussing. He is cussing. Yeah. So we're gonna watch Jules.
Jules,
Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull
you
up.
pull that up?
I won't
Okay.
pull up I won't pull up the trailer because that always gets me in trouble.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's pull up
yeah.
the track.
Yep. Yep.
Trakt of all things. Why not?
Well, no, I pull up the IMDb on it.
Okay.
I'll pull up the IMDb. It's a little bit easier. Dave's probably saying this shit's rigged. All right.
Yep.
So Jules is going to be our movie for next week. So next Friday, this will be the movie that we have to cover. This is a movie came out a few weeks back. I think 3 or 4 weeks back. This came out. Basically, it's an alien movie, but it's a little bit of a spoofy. So Ben Kingsley is in this. Jane Curtin is in this. Harriet Sampson Harris is in it. Those are some of your really big stars in it. And this is, I've seen it. So I'm interested to see what everybody's thoughts on this movie will be. So Jules is the movie for Play or Pass next week.
What does it say there that it's about?
Milton lives in a quiet life of routine in a small western Pennsylvania town, but finds his day upended when a UFO and its extraterrestrial passenger crash land into his backyard.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So
okay,
this is our movie for next week. So yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. So hey, at least it's not
Child 44.
Child 44 or Theater Club or Theater Camp or whatever the hell we had to watch last week. Look, it says Dabs can't hide his excitement. So all right, this was Dab's pick. Yeah, well, hey, I didn't even spin. It wasn't even me this time. This was Aubyns spun the wheel.
Oh, now you're gonna blame me because I spun the wheel.
No, I'm just saying it can't be rigged. I didn't do it. I did have no control. As we were talking about some of the prices going up, and hey to Charles, I saw him over there in the side.
Hey, what's up, Charles?
Amazon Prime is actually going to start charging you if you want to watch Amazon Prime without commercials. It's going to go up, they said, $2.99, and this was US price. So if you're in other countries, expect it to be more, but it's going to go up to get ad-free movies and TV shows on Amazon Prime. Even if you're an Amazon Prime customer, you will be paying extra. So this is coming. They said in the coming years, so 2024 is coming. So I mean, what is your thoughts on Amazon Prime now saying, hey, we want a little bit more? Because not like Amazon's not making enough effing money off of the pandemic and all the other bullshit.
Well,
we want to charge $2.
I'm more concerned about the other thing that's coming down the pipe with them that we're going to be talking about.
Oh yeah.
This $2.99.
That's the start.
I don't know why. Right, it's
that's
just
the start.
But I don't know why they're doing it for the streaming. I don't hear too many people saying, "Oh well, yeah, I just watch Amazon Prime," all the time. Because I don't, unless it's something, a show that
The Boys.
I can't even name The Boys. Okay, that's
The
one.
Boys.
Because I don't remember names of shows that are on Prime. I just don't think that they're, because you know what? It's because one time I did use my Amazon Prime to just watch a movie, and I was like, "This is crap." The movies there weren't that good. You know what I mean?
Their library is not as big as others.
Right, and so I guess that's why they're giving away the music library as a thing to say, oh, you're going to get more out of us.
It just amazes me, and the corporate greed. Amazon, one of the leading companies that has made more money in the last 3 years or 4 years than almost any other company in the world. Made more money. I don't have the numbers, but I guarantee you they're in the top 2 or
And they're
3
doing, and they're
made
doing a
more
lot of
money.
shady stuff too.
They've made more money due to the pandemic and all that stuff. So now we need to start charging our Amazon Prime people $2.99 if they want to make it. Like, when the
But it's like,
hell is it
why?
enough?
But right.
When the
It's like,
fuck enough
why?
is enough money? Why? When do you have enough money?
Why do I could understand if, they're raising it and they give, the workers, more money.
Yeah,
But everybody who
that's not
works for
happening.
them, it's like they say, oh, they get worked to death.
Yeah,
You
and they're
know,
yeah.
I feel sorry for those people. They get, yeah, I'm sorry, you have a huge warehouse that people work, that have to go walking all over the place to get stuff to, fulfill these orders. That's just
Yeah. It's just American, or I'll say human greed, because
hmm
there's a lot
yeah,
of greed in a lot of countries. So I don't want to just
yeah.
say American greed. I want to say
hmm
human greed. It's just never enough. It now, Amazon's
What
not
kills it?
making enough money. Now we need to charge people $2.99
Uh-huh.
if you want to watch ad free. Come on now.
That's why you gotta watch Billions one of these days, man.
I
I know you
have.
don't like.
I
Oh,
have.
okay, okay,
I
all right,
have, and with
okay,
the yeah, I've watched that, and I haven't watched the last 2 seasons, but I watched
okay,
all the way up to that. I
okay.
enjoyed it,
Yeah,
but
I knew you would.
it's a great show.
'Cause it's a
But
great show.
yeah, I don't know.
But that shows you the money that
Oh,
people have. It's
some
ridiculous.
people, yeah,
Yeah, some people, the billionaires. It's like, man.
yeah. It's a I don't know, in the disconnect, it's
hmm
like I need more.
I need more,
And
right?
I guess Amazon's probably broken up. If you think of if you look at their profit and loss sheet, they probably got, here's your Prime. Here's Amazon as a company, and then we break that down into the pieces. And maybe
hmm
their streaming service isn't making what they're wanting it to make, so we need to make that more. But it's like, but you're making so much
Much
everywhere else.
everywhere else.
I don't know. I've never been like, I want to see a big company fail, because I think that's bad for everybody. But God
Uh,
bless
but you
America.
know what?
Do you need to? In the
I
but you're right
sometimes I
about
feel
their
like it
content.
should
It's
fail.
not that
Right,
great.
right. It's not. But sometimes I feel like it might be better off if they failed, and people have to go out and get their content locally. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because it's a
Well,
shame. It's a shame that we're in a time now where uh, if someone were going to go buy a DVD, they still want crazy money for it when it's not worth that.
yeah. I'm trying to look. Shit. This doesn't have it in like the
Yeah.
popular. This is like in
Oh,
alphabetical order. So I was
okay.
trying to look to see. Let me just click on. See, this is like in alphabetical order. I don't want it in alphabetical
Does it have a thing there to change?
But no, it just does genres. It doesn't. I want to do it by like the money, like the most
Mhm.
popular. Like, of
Yeah,
course, The Boys. What's
yeah,
it? Gen V is a new one.
yeah.
I was trying to see what were some of the top. Um, um, uh, Let me do this. Let me change this to shows. Because I'm curious. Because, like you said,
Yeah,
what is it to watch that's like, I have to have Amazon Prime because I gotta
yeah.
watch that. The top series. Oh shit, this is a video. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want a video.
See, because
Scroll.
if Prime came out tomorrow and said, "Oh well, we're going to raise the price again," if you have, if you're using Prime Video, I don't need it. You know what I mean? I can do without it.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm glancing through here, and
Yeah,
why I
it's
could have swore
nothing.
The Boys wasn't the Boys.
The
Yeah,
boys
there it
could have
is, way
been
down there.
something.
All right,
Okay.
so when I'm glancing through, all right, so this is, say, Fleabag #1,
Uh,
Legend of Vox Machina, Kids in the Hall.
right. It's like
So I go through
it's
this.
all
For
bull.
me,
Yeah.
for me
Where would you watch something?
now
How far
now
down?
now Blue did watch that Vox show. She did watch that.
Okay.
I heard Bosch was pretty good.
Yeah, but that's old, if you
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. And Sneaky Pete,
Uh-huh.
2015, but it
Right.
was good.
You know what I mean?
Expanse, a lot of people like Expanse,
Yeah.
2015.
But I think that that's still being played. I think that's still got to be being played somewhere else.
Yeah,
They
maybe.
they don't own that because that was, like
Vikings, wasn't the
Vikings
History
was a,
Channel?
yeah,
Wasn't that a
History
History
Channel, something
Channel
like
thing?
that. Yeah.
The Boys, Reacher was a great show.
But that didn't come from there.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
bought it. They had to abort these other ones
yeah.
because they
So,
got so much damn money.
but the yeah, so it's like, yeah, if you got rid of Amazon Prime, the movie part in TV show to me is just a bonus
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the, because they've already raised the price of Amazon Prime because they said, well, we need to raise the price. So I don't know. I got
Because
no
Amazon
patience.
doesn't make any series, right?
I don't,
Well, do they do the
well, I
boys?
thought the boys. I thought that
Right, but
I thought that was that was an Amazon
right, but I don't
and probably
uh,
Gen Z or Gen V. I guess the new
can
one's
do.
Gen V. That new
But
show.
are they actually, doing it like have their own studios?
Oh,
Is what I'm saying.
I
Not
doubt they
not
have their
not
own
like how
studio, but
not
they
like how
might
Netflix
bankroll it.
does. Right, they just bankroll that. Netflix has had their own studios.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's a So prepare yourselves,
Oh
folks,
yeah.
for the entrance of 2.99 if you want
Hmm.
Amazon Prime Video without ads. And 2.99 is the start. I mean, the first time they stick you is the most shocking. Once they got you, once you're used to paying that price, to get a
Yeah,
little bit bigger each time, you're not going to
yeah.
notice it. So, yeah,
But why do these guys have to go $3?
it
Let's go
sounds
a
like
dollar.
nothing. It
You know
sounds
what I
like
mean?
nothing, though. It's because that's
No,
how they get you.
sounding like
Like,
nothing is
yeah,
saying
it's
50
nothing.
cents. Okay, that sounds like nothing. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna maybe not
Three
recognize that.
dollars don't even get you a damn
$3.
coffee, man.
I know, but right, but it does for them. Think of that, $3 by how many freaking
Yes.
Prime members
Oh
there
yeah.
are.
Yep. And then how many people will sign up for the ad free?
Right. That
30%,
let alone
40%.
that that don't even use it,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be having it with ads.
Yep. 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 So so prepare yourself, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, prepare yourself. And we'll stay on the little we'll stay on
Amazon.
Amazon for a minute here.
Uh,
Amazon is talking about possibly adding a subscription fee to Alexa. Um, now this is as of so far, what they're talking about is they may add a subscription fee to some of the AI. So where you're able to possibly in the future have a conversation with your Alexa device and say, ask questions and they can respond and then you respond and back and forth. Not the part of, hey, what's the weather outside?
mhm,
Hey, what's the capital of Idaho? Hey, what show comes on tonight? Not that question, but the AI question where you would be asking questions and it's actually able to have a conversation with you. That is where they say they may end up doing a subscription fee. But at, they've already got rid of some of the camera and the locks that they had without that was free. You could lock the front door and say,
mhm,
Alexa, lock the front door. Click, it would lock the front door. Now you have to actually pay for that
mhm.
thing, which is a
And that one
small
I
amount of
I
things.
saw coming,
Yeah.
because with all these different things out there now to, like, turn on your lights and
Hmm. Hmm.
control the whole home.
Hmm.
I'm saying, why the heck aren't these guys going to charge for that?
Yeah,
They're
because
gonna end up,
yeah,
you're
because
already
what?
locked into it.
Yeah, what? Yeah, once you're
It's
locked
cracked.
into it,
It's cracked.
the
Right. It's
fuck.
cracked. They just laid out all that crack for you. You know. You know
Ooh,
what?
you're right.
I got to send a message to what's his name there? The Chris Rock. Yeah. And let him do his crack face, and talk about how Amazon is has just cracked out everybody by letting them be able to do all these things,
For
and
free.
now we're gonna right for
Yeah.
free, and now
And
we're
you
gonna
bought the
charge you.
device. You bought all
Yep,
the
you bought
hardware.
all the devices, right? You bought all the devices, so now you're screwed.
Yeah.
Now you're
And,
screwed.
and it's and I think about that for me. We have a lot of the speakers, right? So
Hmm.
we have the speakers, and I use them all the time for when we're playing music. I want to play
Hmm.
music all through the house, and hey,
Right.
I want to play the music here. I want to play the music there. So I use it a lot like that. So eh, yes, I already have the devices. So if they said, hey, Dabs, if you want to use that feature, it's going to cost you $4 a month. uh,
Mhm.
uh, that's what I was using it for to start with, and now I would be forced almost in a way to pay for that. Um, so the locks, the cameras, all of that stuff. If
All of
you've
it.
invested all of that, hundreds and hundreds of
$100.
dollars. I mean, now we're not talking. I bought one little
Yeah.
device and stuck it over
Yep.
there, but most people,
Hmm.
I won't say most, a lot of
A lot of
people
people they
have
have.
invested in the whole automated house. You
Hmm.
know, the what was that? Remember what was that movie? Demon Seed, where the house was all like, remember when the house was all set up on the computer,
Oh,
but the
okay.
cameras, your heat, your temperature in your house, and you have all that stuff set up,
Hmm.
and you've invested
Yep.
thousands of dollars, and they're like, well, now you're gonna have to
Yeah.
pay for that,
Now you're gonna have to pay.
for the subscription
You
if you
know,
want to control
and,
that.
and if you wanna, and if you forgot your password, we're not gonna give it to you.
Until you pay. That's a new ransomware.
Yeah, that is. That's what they'll
So,
be doing.
yeah,
They'll start running you around the circles like you used to get from the cable company.
yeah. But it's so far, to be clear, Amazon has not said that they're going to charge a subscription fee for just using your regular Alexa devices throughout your house. But they are talking about doing it if you're using some of the devices which are not available yet, that
Mhm.
are going to be able to have a back and forth conversation and ask questions, and uh, to have that aspect. That's not
Mhm.
out yet, but they said that is well within the realm of possibility of adding a subscription fee,
Listen,
like they did for the cameras and the
they're gonna
locking your
charge
doors.
for everything. Trust me.
They will.
Okay,
I mean,
believe my words right now. Okay,
mark it.
I'll tell you
October
by Chris
6th,
right by Christmas
2023.
by
Aubyns says, mark
Christmas
my words.
by Christmas they're gonna come out with something
Oh,
to
I
say,
don't think
oh,
Christmas. That's
this
pretty
is a
quick.
new, you know, what's a good guy for Alexa? A guy named Alex,
All right,
Alexa and
Alex.
Alex. So Alex, the Alex box, which will control everything. You buy it, 500 bucks or whatever, you know, and it's gonna and then they're gonna say, okay, anytime Alexa answers any question, there's gonna be like they're gonna charge you a nickel for her to answer it, you know, because really, just
Hey,
think about that.
Alex will
Uh,
say, I've looked at your bank account. You
yeah.
don't have a nickel. We can't answer that till your
We
paycheck
can't
drops on Thursday.
on
We know you
Thursday.
get paid on Thursday. I'm telling you, hey,
But
you
listen,
guys watch
they're gonna
Demon
do it.
Seed. Watch the movie
Okay.
Demon Seed. Demon Seed. It's a
Okay.
movie that it was made in like the
Oh my
early
gosh.
90s.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny. I know they're gonna do it. I know they're gonna start charging because listen, because we're in a time now where everything is this AI that everyone is
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. You know, they got their Netflix already ready. That's been up and running all this time. Everyone's so used to, hey Alexa, uh, do I have enough food in my refrigerator to make a sandwich?
Mhm.
And she'll answer you. Well, this guy ain't no fool. He's so rich for a reason. He's gonna sit there and say, "Oh, why am I answering shit like that for?"
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, they can pay me for it.
yeah.
They can pay my devices and make that calculation for you.
Yeah. So you paid, and you think about it. What fuck? Think about it.
Right.
We paid to have those devices put in our house,
Yep.
so then he could turn around and make you pay to
Hmm.
keep them running and doing
Yep.
what you're used to. Because
Yep.
like right here, Alexa Guard, which was
Hmm.
part of that, controls the smoke detector,
Hmm.
carbon dioxide
Right.
detectors, glass break protection, some of that stuff. So those are things you paid extra to
Yep.
have these particular devices put in your house,
Hmm.
and then now they're like, well, you could pay
Well.
$6 a month, or
Yep.
you could pay $60 a year,
Hmm.
and then we'll actually continue that service that you
And
paid extra
but if you're
to
late
have.
on that bill, we're not going to call the police or the fire department for you.
Yeah, yeah. Oof. Well, what about the lawsuits that could happen on that if they fucking
Ooh.
canceled? Think if they canceled
Ooh.
the smoke detector.
Well,
What
listen,
think if someone's
if they
house burns down
listen, if they
because
said
your
they're
subscription
gonna say
ended?
we sent messages to this user, you know, and they didn't pay, we had to cancel it. Well, what happens in the real world with the you know uh with the gas company or whatever? You don't
Yeah.
pay it, they're gonna shut it off.
Yeah, you
You
froze
know?
to death because, well, but there
Yeah,
is some
yeah,
laws about if you that they can't turn off certain power or water to certain
yeah.
places, but I don't know. It depends on where you're at. But yeah, yeah. So that's
Oh,
that's that's
well,
coming, folks.
that's just a
We're nothing
filter
but
for
bad
him,
news.
okay?
We've been nothing but bad news on this
That
show.
that's just a
Bad
filter for
news.
him. Oh, New York, Virginia. He
We've
checks
been
off the ones he can't do the certain things in.
yeah. Where can we turn off the power at? And where yeah, we've been nothing but all right. So quickly, I'll run through
Yeah.
some of the few things that Amazon, the new Fire Stick, is supposed to be adding an update, and I haven't plugged in a Fire Stick in a couple months, so I guess I need to plug it in and see what's kind of
Mhm.
coming along on something. But supposedly, using Alexa, we're going to be able to, you
Mhm.
can use where it can filter and give you movie suggestions. Reading through this article, what it talked about was what was shown. I mean, I don't know if this is live yet. This was shown at one of the
Yeah.
rom-com things.
Okay.
But it talked about here. Let's see, where's that thing? It says you could ask a question. Which one? Or here, the first question was, where did I see about the cartoon? Oh, it says show animated movies that here, let me get this. It says show animated movies that are free for me to watch. So then you could ask that question and then it would give you a filter of animated films that would fall within that genre. And then
Mhm.
you could also ask it a follow-up question, which one of these movies should have won an Oscar but didn't. So this is supposed to be an update that is coming to your Amazon Fire Sticks through the Alexa, where you're going to be able to ask certain questions so that when you're confused about what you want to watch, you can actually ask the device
Mhm.
to give you a suggestion. So I guess down the road that'll be charged too, but this is free right now because we're
Yeah.
doing the we're
We're
doing
test
that.
we're testing everyone out.
So we're doing it.
We're
Remember?
the Guatemalas and Hondurases.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do everybody," you know?
hey, this reminds me of the 80s. Remember the commercial? Hey, Jimmy, everybody, you hand this out to all your friends, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I charge them the first time? No, I charge them when they come back. That's when you charge them,
That's when
Jimmy.
you
You're a
charge
smart
them.
boy.
Yep.
So basically, they're going to give you this upgrade for free. Don't be surprised if a
I
year
can't
down
wait
the
till the
road
next
they
one
charge you for it.
mhm. I'm waiting for them to, like, come up with these devices with, like,
Uh,
56 mega memory in it, you know?
yeah. Yeah. They keep stringing along with the fucking 8 gigs of RAM or
That's
8 gigs
cool.
of
That's
memory, and it's
cool, you know?
so, all right. One last thing we'll touch on Amazon, just for you folks that want to actually have more of these devices in your house. Amazon Prime will be having a special starting next week. It looks like next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're because one Prime Day wasn't enough. Now we need to give you another
Two.
Prime Day. And there is a list of some of the devices, and we're talking about a bunch of the Echo devices. We're talking about the Echo shows, some of the studios. So the studio's dropping by $50. So if you're a person that is looking to get one of those speakers for your house, the price is coming down so that you can go ahead and get them in your house, and then they can charge you for it later on. But yeah, this will be going on. I think these specials have started already.
Yeah, they did, because I
Yeah.
got one of those speakers.
All right. So for me, because I'm in the Great White North, one of those speakers is not $250. It's $199. If you're in the U.S., you would be paying $50 less, or no, $40 less. It was 149 or 159. So if you're a person that's looking to upgrade some of your speakers and you want some of those, they are available on sale right now, as well as they will be having the Prime days starting Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So check that out if you're looking to. I I also think, on a positive note, because we've been pretty negative so far on the show, sometimes Prime Day is good for finding gifts for people and not wait until the last minute.
Yeah.
So sometimes going ahead and looking at Prime Day and looking through some cool gadgets that you like,
hmm
to go ahead and buy one or two extras and then give them as a gift down the road at
Yeah.
Christmas time when you're like scrambling about what gifts to get for people.
hmm
So take a look at some of these things. It may be that early, you were 2 months away from Christmas. Go ahead and grab some of those items, those techie items, while they're on sale. Set them aside. Wait till Christmas, and then you can give those as gifts. So that's Dab's wallet helper. I'm trying to help you
hmm
out with that.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on this Prime Day, brother?
Yeah, like I said, I ordered that there for $17, and
The dot.
yeah.
Um, I don't like. I prefer, if to be honest, we have 3 shows in our house, which 2 were gifts.
Uh-huh.
So I got them free. I
But
do like.
do you
I
think I'm
We
gonna
have the
actually use that?
no, no.
No, it's
We
the
have a
gift.
studio. We have a
Okay.
studio. We do have a studio, which is a good speaker. So if you're
Uh-huh.
just wanting to use it as a speaker, it is a decent speaker to have around the house. And then I have a regular. We have some of these regular Echoes, which again, another very good speaker. If you're wanting to put speakers in the room to do a whole sound system, home theater system, or
hmm
home surround sound, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's really not surround sound, but
Do you
speakers in
have
all the
it set up
rooms.
with your Plex? The
No,
you don't have anything set up with it, to
no,
shut off the
no.
lights or anything like that?
With Plex?
Yeah, you can do that.
No. I'll have
Yeah,
to look into that. I'll have to look
yeah,
into that. So, but this is some of the available items. So that's your good news, folks. Since after we
yeah.
badmouth Amazon for a while, you can
Amazon so much.
actually they're
We're
giving you some of
robots
this.
with them. They implanted something into our brains, so we still gotta, sell something for them.
Still buy. All right, so we're at the part of the show where we're ready for your part, man.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
got your juices ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
I guess so. You got your thing ready? Do you have the site there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hell to the yeah.
Go to the
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Retro Aubyns Sites of the week.
This one was a weird one that I found, and if anybody's like has a lot of money that you pay out to the doctors or hospitals, this is perfect for it. So you can type in a doctor's name or a hospital. You want to type in a hospital
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here?
Give me a hospital. Give me one.
NYU Langone. Just start typing NYU, and you should see it pop up.
Magone?
Okay. Yeah,
Magato?
Langone. Yeah.
All right, here
No,
we go.
that's not the one. No.
Oh, wait.
Charity
You said
NYU
NYU.
Langone.
Magone?
It's showing more. Maybe it's geolocked to where you want. Maybe. because and when I typed it in, it came right up for. But use anyone else, anything else that's there. Go ahead.
All right. This is Illinois. This is in
Okay, click
Illinois.
on it. Yeah.
Charity.
Uh-huh.
But let's just use this doctor.
Okay.
We'll just use this doctor.
And yeah, so it's great that it
Tuno.
has like all these the doctors' names in there.
All right. Yep. Yep.
And if you scroll down, keep going down, you see it will show you, payments that I don't know if it's what the doctor had to make.
So this is this doctor. All right. So the
Yeah.
general payments are basically payments that were they can be given to them for just a
from
for
like,
anything.
Let's say pharmaceutical company says, okay, write scripts for this drug.
Well, you can't say that. What you can say
no, you can't say that. Okay, you can't say that. But
they gave him like a. It could be used on a charity because I watched the video. It could be used on a charity that he chose, or it could be given to him as a gift, or it could be given to him in a lot of different ways. Now, this guy has a pretty low. That's pretty low.
Yeah,
I would think that's pretty low. So let me do the NYU. NYU. Oh, what about this charity? All right, no, this is a person. So this is charity. All right, so she got 34 payments equaling, and general means it can be given for any reason. It could be given for any reason. It's not something that's tied to a particular thing, whereas research or some of that. So she was given $694 in payments.
Yeah. If you keep scrolling down, they'll give you charts and
shows you who gave her the money.
Who gave her the money, right? And you can click
$50 from Pfizer.
Right. Now you could click on Pfizer also.
All right, so I'll click on Pfizer.
Over on the left side, to the left with the word Pfizer.
Okay. Okay, this just shows general payments that it's gave out to all doctors. So, whoa! Look at the difference.
Yep.
In 1 year,
that
it gave out.
Yep.
Wonder why? Look at that.
I wonder. Yep.
2021 to 2022, they increased $150 million in general payments.
It was for masks.
General. Holy shit.
Yep. Hey, see if a hospital up there, out there in Canada.
Okay.
Is the name of the hospital near you?
All right, let's see. All right, hold on.
No, click on the.
I'm backing up.
Okay.
So. Sub, I think.
I just wanted to see it. I don't know if Canada is on there.
No.
Okay.
Let me use. How about Duke University?
Okay.
Duke Hospital.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's do Duke University. Oh shit. What's Duke's Hospital? Oh, like. All right, let's try UNC.
Okay.
All the people. Oh, I got to change it. Hold on. Let me do teaching hospital.
Okay.
No results.
No, try typing it in again. Oh, it did have to do.
So here, Duke Region, a regional hospital.
Okay.
General payments. In 2022, they received 150 grand.
You can change that 2022 to all.
Well, but if you do it all, it kind of skews the number. I guess you can look at it this way. So, and this would be money that was given to them And it can be pharmaceutical,
Mhm.
or it could be equipment.
Yeah.
And then there was another. It was equipment, pharmaceutical, and something else. And you can see the companies. And this can be things that was given to them from an outside
Mhm.
from outside agencies.
Right.
So your point is that you need to know who's given the money
Right.
to a certain doctor, because if
Right.
you have a doctor that's
You type in your doctor's name, and he's
yeah
getting all kinds of money
yeah
for for stuff that you don't need, that he's charging you for.
yeah
Saying,
so
"Oh,
like
you need
if
this. You need
yeah
this. You need
yeah
this
you need to
pill."
be on the cholesterol medicine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can put in that. So yeah, I think you're good idea. So if you have a provider, you can put that provider in here, and then see. And this company, and I was watching the video. It has on here the video that talks about how they gather the information,
Mhm.
and they gather the information in February. Then they tally it. A doctor or organization can dispute the thing, saying, "Hey, no, I did not get the money for that reason," or whatever dispute. Then it's made. Then they gather. Then they compile the information. Then they give it publicly, make it public.
Mhm.
So I think that this is kind of an interesting thing. So if you have a doctor and you think you'd like to be curious, are they are they in are they in the pocket of a certain pharmaceutical company or a
Right.
certain procedure company, or hey, I think everybody needs a CPAP, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Y-
Yep.
So yeah, this is a good site for people that want to pay attention to some of their health needs, and seeing
Yeah.
if the person that's telling you that you need a certain thing,
Mhm.
do they have alternative ulterior motives?
Yeah.
So that's did you put your doctor in here?
Yeah, I put in a couple of them.
Yeah.
They were on the up and up. Because
Okay.
like most of my doctors I like.
Yeah.
If I don't like a doctor, I'm not sitting with him. You know,
Okay.
you know,
Hmm. All right. So this doesn't work if you're in another country, only in the U.S. So
yeah,
I do remember it saying that it's
yeah.
through the U.S. It does gather
Okay.
the information. Doctors do have a time to dispute it,
Hmm.
and it does show that it was updated 2000, June of 2023. That is when it is made public. And so it's only really put out once a year that the data
Yeah,
is
the
updated.
data.
It's not updated every day.
Yeah.
So it's a good site.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good one. Like I said, I watched. They have a video.
Mhm.
If you're a person that's curious about it, it has a video to explain how they gather the information in that type of situation, so you kind of understand this open payments. Trying to basically, I mean, wouldn't it be good for politicians?
Mhm.
This is what we need. We need an
Yeah.
open payment for politicians.
Yep.
Wouldn't you want to know who
Exactly.
gave money to all your politicians, and we made it
Mhm.
100% clear that how much did they get from this pact and that pact,
Mhm.
and this company, that company,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that when they're
I'll
pushing
have
a
to. I'll
certain
have to look for that one.
legislation, you think about it, if they're pushing
Yeah.
certain legislation because they're in the pocket of, let's say that big pharma gives, and there's like a gigantic amount of money that's big pharma, and you could be like, oh, no wonder they're pushing the pharma bill, the pharma agendas.
Mhm.
So all right. Wow, that's kind of scary, but good site. It's a good site.
Hey.
Oh, wrong intro.
Okay.
That
That's all
was
right.
wrong outro.
Wrong outro.
I grabbed the wrong one. So all right, so that was it for that. So what else we got? Do we have any
Uh,
comments that
I.
I didn't jump on, or
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I was just looking back at that. Um, but I don't really. Uh,
what about
let me
what
check
about this one?
again.
You wanted to bring
Okay.
up this, and I didn't talk about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I see everyone wanting to rush right out and get this Quest 3. I'm not. You know, there are too many batteries blowing up lately. I'm gonna wait. I can't see jumping on something like that. Let it. Let someone else be a guinea pig for a little while. You know,
Let
you
somebody
don't
else.
want to spend that kind of money, get this thing, and then something just doesn't work right.
Yeah.
And then they do an update, and that'll brick you out of the machine. You know.
Could happen.
Hmm.
I think you're right about. I'm waiting on it. Kind of being patient.
Hmm.
Don't want to jump on it too quickly.
Yeah.
Want to see how this all plays out. And the graphics are a little bit better.
Hmm.
They are better, uh, but they're not day and night better than the
Right.
Quest 2, in
Right.
my opinion. I think that they're a little better.
Hmm.
It's a lighter, from what I read, it's a lighter device on your head.
Yeah.
But
But
you and
I'm lucky
I,
that have that other thing.
we put
I
it in the
it's
back, and then boom, it
yeah,
equals out
boom.
the.
And I got that fan now finally.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got
keep
the
your face
fan.
cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Mad Hatter said, or Mad Head says that they have some studios. So yep, there's some studios, and the
Okay.
studios are nice. I know Roger uses his as surround sound. He actually uses a Fire Stick and uses two of
No,
those, or Cube,
I I
and
think that wasn't he talking about this the studio for uh, uh, Netflix and Prime.
they don't
I
have
think
studios. I thought he was talking
no,
about the
no.
studio speakers.
Okay,
You know what I mean? The because I have one of those, the big Amazon speaker.
okay,
I
all
think,
right.
and I know Roger uses his as like a surround sound.
Yeah,
I,
okay,
I I use mine as just one, but I also use it just as a regular speaker when I'm doing the whole house music, and
hmm,
it's got a good sound, not a great sound. My surround sound or my sound bar with its separate speakers sounds better than
right.
that studio. So Amazon raising prices for Prime in the last. Yep, they have. They actually wasn't too long ago they raised the price. So that wasn't too long ago they raised the price at 15%.
Mhm.
Uh, all right. So what else? What do we have going on this weekend, Mr. Auburn? Before we
Okay,
get down towards
there's
the end.
we have tomorrow is a UFC night. Hold on, let me take this off. Let me go. Okay, we have UFC fight night tomorrow. Uh, 7 p.m. main card. Early prelims are at 4. Well, no, it's not even early prelims, just the prelims. Prelims are at 4. It's Dawson versus Green. And oh, hey,
Yeah. So
how you
slid
doing,
in
man?
there.
Yeah, he slid in, but it kind of late.
Yeah, he's
You
late.
know?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, late. Really worked long tonight. So that'll be well. Hopefully, we'll have it in big screen. I gotta check mine out. I was having issues, and also tomorrow night, the other big fights gonna be on Bellator 300. That's gonna be at 10 p.m., 4 p.m. for the prelims.
Oh,
But it's gonna be a great card on that one. So I really want to see the Bellator.
so Bellator.
Yeah,
I've missing out on some of the Bellator.
I've been missing out on everything.
Yeah, I have been. I've kind of gotten off.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
I've
You
been lazy. Fuck.
left me out there in the wind.
Got you.
Mm.
Hey, got you hosting the shit and then walked
Yeah, I
away.
know. I walked away.
Yeah, I got to get
Uh,
back on it because actually Blue asked me last week or weekend before when they had a pay per view, and
mhm.
I can't remember. There was something going on. We were watching TV, and she goes, "Aren't the guys watching some fights or something?" I'm like, "Yeah." Are you gonna go in there and watch it? I'm like,
Hold on a second.
I don't know if I've charged my device. And then she's like, "Oh, well, why don't you go in there?" She's like trying to entice me to jump in there, but I ended up not doing it. So yeah, I kind of left you guys hanging. But So Bellator. The
Cool
other
something.
is Redneck post on here. The Major League Baseball playoffs have started.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that has started.
Football started. Hockey started too.
Hockey, yeah. Is the full season started or is it just
Uh,
still
I think it's like
preseason?
preseason
Yeah,
stuff.
I think
Uh,
soon regular season for hockey, but I know preseason, yeah, is in. Football, of course, NFL is going on, and NCAA football. So you can't miss that. I don't know if I've looked on any big games, any games I need to watch this week. Let me take a look here. See if there's any. I told Beach asked me if I was going to do Dab's locks, and I'm
yeah,
scared. I'm
yeah. What's
scared to
up?
lock. I'm
Come
scared to
on.
lock because I'm only at like.
Everyone wants to know what not to do.
But no, because I'm only at 68%, so that's not a locks. So I will say the Bills and Jaguar game will be good this weekend. Um, I,
Okay.
I I I think that's going to be a good game. Uh, I think Ravens and Steelers will be a good game because the Ravens should be a better team than they are. They're really struggling. Vikings and Chiefs. Oh, Cowboys and 49ers. That should be a good game. That's Sunday
Mhm.
night. Cowboys and 49ers should be a good game, don't you think? I think and we know that Andrew is a Bills fan. He's officially became a Bills
Is
fan.
it Bill? Oh, boy.
Hey, that's a good team. I mean, to be honest, they built a team
Yeah.
through the draft. They didn't do no wonky shit by buying some superstar. They didn't. They actually went and I mean that was one of the things I liked about them. They did it legit and
Mm-hmm.
they built a pretty decent team. Well, I'll say a good team. They built a good team. Josh Allen kind of shit the bed early in the season with
Mm-hmm.
this stupid pass in with those super interceptions, whatever he was thinking on that. But
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I definitely want to watch the Cowboys and 49ers. What do you think on that game?
Cowboys 49ers. I'll
Yeah.
have to go 49ers because I don't ever root for the Cowboys. Okay.
Me either. Me
I
either.
I can't.
I really dislike the Cowboys, even though I respect them as a how good of a team they could be. I think 49ers defense is going to disrupt Dak. I think they are going to 49ers defense is legit. Now their offense is good. Defense top notch. So I
Mhm.
think that their defense is going to disrupt Dax and Dax is we've seen when Dax gets flustered, he starts doing this, just tossing that shit.
Mhm.
Just tossing it. Um so yeah, look at Andrew says they have the Cowboys number. Yeah, I think so. And it's pressuring Dak. That's all you gotta do is keep pressuring him. That's all you gotta do. And C-Man's not on the show. Thoughts and prayers out to him and his family, and
Yeah.
his dad's not doing real well. So um, thoughts and prayers. I will be adding his dad to my daily prayer. That I know that it's just a struggle when you're having some family problems. So
Yeah.
thoughts out to C-Man, and I know he is a Cowboys fan. So you know. Let's see. Anything else you got going on? I don't
No.
think we have anything.
I'm gonna see if there's any bare knuckle tonight in uh, fights on,
Let me take a
and
look.
I'll do that. And
Let me take a look in my sports listing. Combat sports tonight. One was on. That's tomorrow. No, that was on Saturday. Don't think so. Don't see none.
I gotta send you this other
No, I don't
thing
see none.
here.
So we got that going. All right, so we'll get out of here. Anything you want to say before we go?
Thank you everyone for coming out. Hope to see you next week for Player Pass. The movie is going to be Jules. I'll. I hope you guys come. Hope you guys watch it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm in for with this movie,
You'll be all right.
but Todd's happy with it.
It was my pick
Yeah.
because we did and again, I didn't even spin it. So it's
Oh, I
I
didn't
think
spin it, you know.
hey, but at least we're not watching Theater Club or
No.
Theater Camp. I mean, whatever. So, thanks for everyone joining the show. Thanks for us, everyone spending the time. Or we still got quite a few people that are over here hanging with us, and it's a pleasure to have and an honor to have people spend their 2 hours hanging with us as we just bullshit and talk about tech talk, talk about some of the stuff that will help you to save money, to stream more quality, to have better experiences with your stuff. So thanks for everyone. Watch Jules for next week. So next Friday, we'll be doing a movie review of Jules at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that will be at 6 p.m. So it'll be an hour later than our normal time for this show. And hey, streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. Hey, love you guys. We'll talk to you all later.
All right.